record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we have an Alex Bowman paint scheme. Now this is going to be one of 3 Diecast reviews. Well, 2 separate Diecast reviews, but it's going to be one of 3 Bowman cars we're going to be reviewing today. The other 2 will be the 2021 Salutes paint schemes from the Coke 600. Of course, we got the Diecast chassis, the metal chassis, and the standard release for that one, so we're going to be doing that a little later. But as of right now, we're going to take a look at the 2022 Las Vegas race win. Now, a lot of people are kind of saying the color on this is not really that wrong. I don't know, man. I was looking at the reference pictures, and that looked pretty white to me. Some people said that in person it kind of looked like a little bit more of a yellowish tint to it. Even then, it still shouldn't be this yellowed. It really shouldn't. So, I'm going to throw up a reference picture right here just real quick. Just, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I looked at it different, but I looked pretty, pretty close, and you don't got to look close at all, but it looked pretty darn white. I mean, like, whiter than me white. Like, it was a white, you know what I mean? So, nonetheless, we still get a Bowman race win, which is kind of surprising because, in all honesty, I did not expect to get this win made in 164 because we have not made, or we have not gotten a Bowman win made in the 164 scale for the Gold Series. We've only had one release, and that was for the Authentics line, and of course the 124, and that was it. And that was way back in 2019 for his first win. They did not offer his Cincinnati car in 2020. They did not offer any of the 4 race wins in 164 scale for 2021, so I'm very surprised we got the one with 2022. Now, of course, I will be picking up the 124 scale of this. I do not know if I'll get the Elite just yet, but that is the plan. Also, first things first, well, not first things first, but before we get into this review, just real quick here, one thing just to point out, this is the metal chassis, but that was not the big thing I was going to talk about. I just kind of forgot to say that. So, a friend of mine, we was playing Minecraft, right, just a couple hours ago, and he brought it to my attention that the channel has hit over 1 million views, which was pretty darn insane because, like, I knew it was creeping up on it, but I kind of just forgot about it. And then it kind of came back and it was like, boom. I don't know when that happened. I'm assuming it was maybe a couple months back or so, but we have over 1 million views on the channel, and honestly, that's really incredible. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on that. I don't think I'm going to, but I might. I might just have a small little video about, kind of what that means to me, because even though it's views, it's not like subscribers or anything. It's still a small thing, but it matters to me. Now, I never, ever look at views or anything. If anything, it's like, okay, this video did good, and this one kind of did, not so great, and a lot of people clicked on this one, but, this one got, really good views, so, I kind of, like, peek at it. I don't really pay attention to which one does better than the other. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, that one did good, and that one kind of did not. But nonetheless, that is a pretty awesome thing to hit, even though it's not subscribers, because everybody goes for subscribers. Everybody's like, oh yeah, 100 subscribers, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. But speaking of 5,000, I want to say a quick congratulations to Original Big Bri for hitting 5,000 subscribers. That's really awesome. I've watched him for years now, and it's really awesome to see him hit that milestone. But 1 million views, is not a lot in terms of YouTube, like just in general. But really the only thing that kind of makes it a positive thing for me is that people are still coming back. I'm still getting more subscribers, daily. So that's awesome to know that people are still trying to tune in, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, you know what, I've fallen off pretty good. I used to be somebody like everybody was talking, well, not everybody was talking about, like if most people would say my name, somebody like, oh yeah, I've heard of him, or, I kind of know of him. But, I mean, for a while there, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of falling off a little bit, but I didn't really care because I'm not doing it for popularity. I'm not doing it for, trying to get with the big names like OBB or, Diecastbuffet, Race Day 2011. I'm not trying to get with, like on their level, but, I've talked to a few of them. Actually, I've talked to all of them, and, fantastic people, every single one of them, all 3, and of course I've met other people throughout this platform, but it's just really cool, that I'm able to do this, even though I'm not, like, I'm not blowing up or anything. Like, it's not, you know, incredible, but I love doing this, and I'm glad people still come back nonetheless. So there's just a quick thank you, just a small little, hey, thanks for this. Again, I'll probably have a more dedicated video towards the actual viewers here in a little bit. Again, I'm not really too sure. But if I get the time, I'll definitely throw that out there. So once again, thank you guys so much. But back to the diecast. This is the metal chassis, as I mentioned just a little bit ago. I will not be doing a dual review, just like on, it was the Pets one, the Best Friends, Ally Best Friends, because apparently these cars will not be released in the ARC version for a couple more months, couple more weeks, something like that. So I'm just going to kind of review these now because I'm impatient and I want to get these reviewed. So, there's that. But nonetheless, this is the diecast body and chassis, the metal chassis and stuff. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this diecast review underway, because even though the color is pretty off, I'm still wanting to take a very close look about the detail, damage, rubber buildup, confetti scatter, of this specific car. I've been waiting on this for quite some time, to say the least. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's the diecast out of the box, and first things first, I noticed something a little off. This right here, I thought at first the wheel was kind of turned in, but it just turns out to be the wrap around the tire. So yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of a clearness there. If we can focus, there you go. You can see it's just a little, little excess that they just kind of didn't really get off. So we're going to go ahead and remove that real quick. Let's see how that looks. So that's definitely a lot better. It's kind of scrape a little more, which I should not have to be doing this, but you know how Lionel can be. Oh, I hit my camera. Nonetheless, yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. So right here onto the hood, let's go ahead and kick this off. We got a bunch of race wear, not really, well, a bunch of rubber built up on the hood there. It looks like the vents are a little high up. I don't really know if I'm accurate on that, but I don't know. I feel like the Chevy ones were a little bit lower, but that could be me. But of course, you got all kinds of confetti around the hood there. Of course, you got it in the little, like, crease of the hood, and you got some down on the splitter. I'm telling you what, man, I cannot wait. Even though I know the color is going to be probably wrong on the 124, I cannot wait to get it in the collection. So, got Ally right there. A bunch of confetti, got Bowman right there on the windshield. Of course, they do not do the confetti on the windshields. They've already done it. They've only done it twice. As far as I'm aware of, they have done it 2 times. 3, technically, if you want to be, technical, but they only had it on the name banner. They did not have it on the full windshield, or rear windshield, I guess. So, for the 2 that they actually had it, surprise, surprise, it was both Dale Jr. cars. It was a Talladega win from 2015 that had confetti on the front and back windshields, and the 2014 Daytona 500, even though it was produced very poorly. If you look closely, the decals are super dark, but the confetti is still there. So it seems like they kind of tested it out a couple times, and they just didn't really like how it turned out, or they just, didn't like using that much material. So the testing kind of was like, just for a couple, like just a couple paint schemes, which, I mean, was literally 2. So I guess a couple is correct. But I do wish they would bring back the confetti, because honestly, that was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Nonetheless, got the 48 right there. Of course, you got the Ally Do It Right, just a bunch of confetti scattered. Now, you can see there is kind of a rectangle piece that's kind of like missing. That is accurate. That's because they had the box sitting up on the car, like a sponsor box, and then the confetti kind of just fell around it, and then they removed it. Then they took the reference pictures, so that's kind of why that looks like the way it does. Got Bowman right there on the rear name banner, of course. Got Ally Do It Right with a little bit more confetti. Now, there's confetti scattered all the way around this car. Now, it's not completely coated, but honestly, it still looks pretty good. I love the black and yellow confetti. We've had this type of confetti for Las Vegas since 2000 and... Oh, last time I remember it was 2019, right? Was it 2019? Because Logano won 2019 and 2020, I believe, or 2021 and 2020, something like that, either way. But yeah, so we've had the black and yellow confetti for a little bit now. We've also had that for the Cup Series, or the Sprint Cup Series back in 2016. Of course, when Johnson won the championship race, it had the black and yellow confetti just everywhere. Right here on the back end, there is no confetti, so I kind of lied about being, scattered around the car, but still. Oh, well, no, there's a little bit of there's one small black piece on the O for the Do It Right. And let's see, got the back end here. Ally Do It Right, of course, there. Camaro ZL1 looks to be a little shifted down, not going to lie, but I guess that's okay. I got the taillights back here. Got one little row of pop rivets, which is interesting. They got the 48 and Valvoline. Is this the first race win we've had a review on for Gen 7, or am I kind of wrong on that? I'm not really too sure. Nonetheless, either way, got Hendrick cars right there. Do it right. And, of course, got a little more confetti. Let's see here. Got Valvoline, whatever that is there. Some type of, maybe like a medical thing. I'm not really too sure. Whenever I get the 124, I'll take a look at that once again. Acronis, let's see. Oxalto, Cincinnati, Freightliner, Mac Tools, and Simon's there. Alex Bowman, of course, there. Of course, got some more confetti. Got some more build-up. Got the black rims. Looks very good. Ally got a little bit of a textured arrow for the jack, of course. Then you got the exhaust pipes coming out the side. Oh, my Surfer Boy pizza's ready, so I got to get that here in a second. But the 48's right there, of course. The NASCAR Cup Series. Got some more confetti scattered around the front end. Got Goodyear. And, of course, you got the Goodyear tires there once again. Right here on the front, got some more confetti, more build-up, a lot of build-up, actually. So I'm excited to see how that looks on the 124. Got some confetti scattered around, but it's mainly piled up right there. Got some scattered around the splitter there. Of course, it kind of gets a little heavier on this side. Of course, you got the rubber build-up once again. Now, here's the really caked part of the car. I mean, like, if the whole car was like this, it would be fantastic. So, of course, you got the 48 Ally, whole bunch of confetti right there up on the name rail. You can see from the A post all the way back to the B post. Got some more confetti. I got a little bit of fuel spillage back there, and I got a little more decal that I have to kind of trim off, but there's some more confetti there as well. And, of course, with this being a metal chassis, that means it comes with, you guessed it, a metal chassis. So, on the bottom, these are normally plastic, but now they're metal, so, you know, there's no rubber tires or nothing, which is unfortunate. Because everybody knows last year they had that, and then they took it away for 2022 for whatever reason. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, there is a confetti on the spoiler back there, too. So, that's a nice little detail they kind of added there. That is also something we will take a look at in the 2021 review for the Ally paint scheme for last year for the Coke 600. But nonetheless, of course, I do like the paint scheme. I'm super happy we got a 164 for a race win for Bowman, because, you know, again, that does not happen very often. So, of course, all the Bowman fans are going to be happy, just like myself, for that. So, pretty awesome. Again, I cannot wait to get the 124. Maybe the Elite, we'll see. And, of course, I'm going to get the 124 ARC as well. That look pretty good side by side. But that being said, I do believe that will be all for this diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me see if I can get this out of here. That way I get a little bit of a better thumbnail for y'all. Maybe that way we don't have to... Alright, that'll do. Anyway, that'll be all for this diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you in the next video.
Everything that I ever worked for.